All right, greetings. So I think we've pretty much nailed this spreadsheet that I've been working on, and I'm pretty excited to show you everything. We've come up with a lot of really cool features, so let me just kind of walk you through kind of how things have been changed and what we're doing that's maybe a little bit different. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do and reference is the standing sheet. I've already figured up these point totals and the matchups here. This matrix is key to having filled out. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to show you the averages and handicaps page. And this page is really something awesome. So what Zach is able to do is over here on the right where we have the handicap for each week, it will figure your handicap and then roll it to the next week based upon previous entries. So there's no need for even any more of a 5-week handicap. We now have a true rolling handicap. It's just going to return the previous weeks. And if there's a blank cell in there, it's just going to kick what was in there the week before. That's pretty awesome. Also, you can see I've added in subs in case we need those values and what their handicaps are. And I'll show you how that works in the next page. Okay, the next page, here's the week 1 scratch scores. So in week 1, here were all the scores from week 1. These people were absent. Over here is the handicap page. This is also pretty cool. Each one of these columns is conditionally formatted, meaning once a low unique value shows up, it'll automatically highlight green. No more hunting and pecking for skins. The only ones that you have to track weekly are going to be closest to the pin, but Excel doesn't really have a formula for that. The next slide is something Zach did that is so awesome. Let's take a look at this particular formula here that he wrote. Now it's long, it's hard to make sense of, but what I can show you that it's going to do if we go to evaluate this thing is in week 1, team 1 played team 6. So the cells that we need to look for are here and here. If we go to formula and watch this thing evaluate, it's pretty sweet. So what it does, the first thing it's going to do is add cells 4 and 5 together there in column T, and that's a 10. From here, we had to do a little calculations to get a row reference and all of that to work out. And if you look here at this A1, this value is super important, and I'll show you that in a minute. This value in each sheet has to reference what week we're playing. Right now, as this evaluates, it's going to kick a 1. It does. Now it's going to reference this index, which is that matrix on the first page. It gets that. It returns a 6. And then this is just some math we had to use. This is going to set the offset formula. Basically, it's going to start here at T2, and it's going to count down 12 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it's going to add these two values together. Watch here. This is going to kick T14 and 15. Boom. And now it's going to add that score. If 10 is less than 11, it returns 1. If it's false, it would return either 0 or return a blank score or 0.5. As you can see, there it is. It's true. 1, it returns a value of 1. So now each week, no need to change the matchups. That's all set again on this standings page, and it'll calculate. So let's take a look at week 3 and what we would need to do. So week 1 started here. We played the front. Week 2, we played the back. They're all referenced here. So week 3, we played the front again. So what we're going to want to do is we are going to make a copy of this page. And once we've made the copy, I'm going to rename it week 3. And there's that. And we're going to hit enter. And then I'm going to move it to the end because I'm crazy like that. And then we are just going to make a few little adjustments. First thing we're going to do is delete out every value from here. And as you can see, once I do that, that kicks everything to the right there. Next thing that we're going to do is make sure that that is returning the handicap reference that it should. It does. I accidentally deleted the sum formula. Let me take that back out. I want to delete only the whole scores, not the total. That's going to mess everything up if I do it. There's that, and it returns these cell references. The next thing, and this is, remember I told you that A1 thing is key. You do have to change that 1 to week 3. Otherwise, the offset formulas, they don't work and they play bad. Okay, so we now have that. Then we need to go to averages and handicaps. And all I'm going to do now is take this formula here I am going to take a copy, and I am going to then now paste it there. But the only thing I'm going to do is change week 3, and I'm going to make this go back to M4, that to week 3. Back to M4. And now I'm going to autofill that down so that everybody is being calculated. As you can see, there's no values for week 3, so it's returning nothing yet. And then that's all set and taken care of. So now here's what we're going to do. So I've already gone in and pulled some data from week 3 from last year. I'm going to go ahead and copy my dad's scores from his scratch value. I'm going to paste those in there. He shot a 41. Notice his handicap dropped to 5. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and match up John Woo. He's going to have that one. I'm going to go ahead and paste that right there. Notice his handicap stayed a 6 because he shot a 44. Mike said an 8. Here we go. Take that. Paste the values. There's that. Notice his dropped from an 8 to a 7. And Danny's here. And paste those. And there's Danny. Danny stayed there. And now here is the really cool thing. If you look back on that from the week before, I can bring it in so you can see it. Here was the calculation. This match was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 4 matchup. And there we go. As you can see here, there it is, 6 to 4. The last thing I'm going to do here is go here, equals, reference that, and that cell, enter, drag it down, it'll autofill, and then as I update these scores, it's going to take over and go from there. The only other thing that I've noticed that is a bit problematic as you go through and do this is like Gene, see here, you had to take a blind score, so that needs to get deleted out because you had a blind score from last week. So anybody that has the blind value, you just have to take those scores out and then just re-reference, just do a quick drag down of the handicap formula, okay? So other than that, it's not too difficult. We just take those out and add them back in from there. So nothing major on that one. And everybody goes from there. And all we have to do is that reference, because you don't have a handicap, it's returning that number reference because you didn't play either week. So we just simply do that. And Phil is the large one. He has the smallest unique value because he did play that week and he had a handicap of 61. So it's simply a matter of just dragging that formula in and then dragging the cell across if you have somebody miss a week. But other than that, it takes no time at all to recalculate the figures and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. And then again, each one will return those cell references, and all we have to do is get the get the rest of the matches built. So I'll send the book over if you want to test out weeks 4 and 5 on your own, kind of play with it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm saying guys because I'm also sending this to Dad, Gene. But anyway, there's the new spreadsheet. Hope you like it.